You check your phone again. No new messages. You already knew that. You checked 10 minutes ago. Something in your chest tightens anyway. A small ache with no clear cause. You call it loneliness. But that word is too small for what is actually happening inside you. Your brain is not sad. Your brain is sounding an alarm. It is the same alarm your ancestors felt 300,000 years ago when they wandered too far from the group. Back then, that ache was not an emotion to manage. It was a matter of life and death. Think about what a human body actually is. No claws, no fangs, no armor. Alone on the savannah, a single human was easy prey. A group watching each other's backs was one of the most dangerous things on the continent. So evolution built a punishment into your nervous system for being alone. That punishment is loneliness. It still runs inside you today, even though the predators are gone. Neuroscientist John Cacioppo spent decades studying isolation. He found that social disconnection shifts the brain into a state that looks remarkably like physical pain. Not metaphorically, actually. Why would your brain use pain to represent loneliness? Because pain cannot be ignored. If loneliness felt like a mild inconvenience, your ancestors might have stayed away from the group one more night. And one more night alone, on a plane full of teeth and claws, could be the last mistake they ever made. Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA ran an experiment that made this hard to deny. Participants played a simple ball-tossing game inside a brain scanner, believing two real people were playing with them online. At a certain point, the other players stopped throwing the ball. No explanation, just quiet exclusion. The brain scans showed something startling. The same regions that activate during physical injury lit up in the excluded participants. Being left out registered at a neurological level as a wound. That is why one unanswered text can sit in your stomach for hours. Why a room going quiet when you walk in feels like a small blow. None of that is oversensitivity. It is ancient hardware doing exactly what it was built to do. Here is where it gets stranger. Your alarm was built for a tribe of maybe 50 people. It had no concept of a feed, no concept of watching thousands of strangers live their lives without ever being near one of them. So what happens when you take an alarm built for 50 people and expose it to 5,000? It misfires constantly. Your brain watches a stream of other people's dinners and celebrations and cannot tell the difference between a screen and an actual room you were left out of. You scroll past a wedding you were not invited to, and something ancient registers it the same way your ancestors registered watching the tribe eat without them. This is not a flaw in you. It is a mismatch between an old alarm and a world it was never built to read. Researchers studying social media have found something counterintuitive. Passive scrolling tends to increase loneliness. Reaching out, one honest message, one phone call, tends to lower it almost immediately. The alarm is not asking you to consume more. It is asking you to make contact. Here is the twist. Loneliness is not the absence of people around you. You can stand in a crowded room and feel it intensely. Cacioppo's research found that loneliness is really a gap between the connection you have and the connection your nervous system expects. That gap is personal, not measured by head count. Two people at the same party, same number of guests, one at ease, one invisible. And this alarm does not stay quiet if ignored. Chronic loneliness has been linked to elevated inflammation and stress hormone levels comparable to people under constant physical threat. Your body treats prolonged isolation like prolonged danger. It does not know the wolves are gone. It only knows you are alone. So why does this matter tonight? Because that ache when a message goes unanswered is not weakness. It is not a flaw to fix by wanting people less. It is one of the oldest survival systems your species built, still running under every notification, every quiet dinner alone. Your ancestors did not survive because they were the strongest individuals on the plane. They survived because they listened to that ache and walked back toward the fire, back toward the people who would keep watch while they slept. The alarm has not changed in 300,000 years. Only the world around it has. Tonight, when you feel that small tightening in your chest, you will know exactly what it is. It is not sadness without a reason. It is the oldest alarm system you own, still working, still asking you to do the one thing it was built for. Go find your people.